People are using buy now, pay later for groceries. This is getting out of hand. I've seen buy now, pay later when it comes to DoorDash. Did I just see someone say Uber Eats? You can use buy now, pay later? I don't know. We're seeing buy now, pay later kind of take over the market. People are using it for Coachella tickets. People are using it for purchasing electronics. People are using buy now, pay later for groceries. So if you don't know what buy now, pay later is, basically you break up your payments in monthly installments. The only downside to this is that you might spend more than you really should or more than you can actually afford.
While buy now, pay later loans have been in use for big ticket items for years, new data is showing that a growing number of American consumers are using the payment method for everyday items. A recent survey from LendingTree finds that a quarter of consumers are using these payment plans for groceries.
So a quarter of consumers, so 25% of consumers are using buy now, pay later for groceries. That is crazy. So that means 1 out of 4 people are using buy now, pay later for groceries. How can you use buy now, pay later for groceries? I never see that option when I go to the grocery store. So it must be from online purchases. I've seen like at Walmart, Target, these different places, online ordering is becoming more popular, and these stores are kind of adapting to people purchasing mobile orders because they have 8 to 10 to 12 parking spots just for people that are ordering online. People that work at the store bring out your order. So maybe you can order groceries or whatever you need online using buy now, pay later. I don't think that using buy now, pay later is a smart thing. I think it's all about habit. Once you start this habit of putting everything on payments, it's hard to get out of. I mean, yeah, it's $300 and you could break it down to 20 payments. Why not? But I just don't know. It's just a lot of track. It's a lot of money coming out, especially if you're stacking up these buy now, pay laters. Maybe you have 5 different, payments coming out of $20, $40, $50. And it's hard to track exactly how much you're spending on these items when you have these little lump sums coming out at once. So I don't know. It's just it doesn't give me a good feeling about buy now, pay later. I don't think there's any interest accrued with it like a credit card unless you miss payments, but it just doesn't give me a good feeling even using buy now, pay later. So I don't know. But it is groceries. If you don't have the money for groceries, you have to eat. So I mean, I guess buy now, pay later is an option.
That is up 14% from just a year ago. A survey found groceries to be the 4th most common buy now, pay later purchase among Gen Zers, trailing behind clothing, technology, and home decor. CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady joins us with more on this. I mean, we keep seeing this rise in buy now, pay later items, whether it's for Coachella tickets, but what does it say to you that people are using this now to buy groceries?
Well, guilty, I did use it for Coachella tickets, Nancy.
All right.
I heard about that. People using buy now, pay later for Coachella. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. If I really want to go to Coachella, now I can, and I don't have to put it on a credit card and pay interest on it. I can now break that up into monthly installments of 200 or 300, whatever the payments are, and now I can afford it. But at the end of the day, you're still bringing in a certain amount of money every month, and you have a certain amount of money going out. So at the end of the day, you're still paying 1,000 or however much those tickets are to go to that concert. And just because you're breaking it up doesn't mean that you can afford it. You're just slowing the bleed. You're slowing the bleed instead of taking out a lump sum. You're breaking it down over months, but you still cannot afford Coachella tickets. Just because it's on buy now, pay later doesn't mean you can automatically, magically afford Coachella. No, you cannot. And a lot of people cannot afford Coachella. You gotta be careful with these buy now, pay later because I think they're going to talk about it. It makes you seem like you can afford something that you really can't.
I will out myself. But
I was going to say other people, but it's good to know.
Groceries, though. I mean, we saw one of the buy now, pay later services do a partnership with DoorDash, right? Getting food delivery as well. And it really speaks to the fact that people are dipping in.
Food delivery on buy now, pay later is crazy. I mean, you literally eat it that night and then you're paying weekly or monthly installments on, a $40 purchase. That's insane. It's like, what are you paying for right now? You're paying for food that you ate 2 weeks ago. You're paying for your Chipotle that you ate. You ate Chipotle 2 weeks ago. It's already out your system and you're still paying for it. It just doesn't give me a good feeling in my stomach. It really doesn't. It's like, why am I still paying for this? I don't know.
into these alternative ways than just, hey, I've got the money. I'm going to be able to pay it on my next credit card statement, or I'm going to be able to pay it with the money in my account by using a debit card. And what can be dangerous about these BNPL services is you feel like you've got more room in your budget than you actually do, because you say, hey, that's future.
Exactly. So you're like, oh, that was $300, but hey, I just paid $20 for it. So I got, $280 left to spend. Yeah, it makes sense, but it doesn't, because at the end of the day, the 300 is going to come out one way or another. It's just going to be slow. It's still going to come out though.
Future Kelly's problem, that's future Nancy's problem, and you start to add multiple BNPLs
Yeah, that's bad.
to your docket that month, instead of thinking, oh wow, I've already committed to this payment in the future. But at the same time, it also does allow cash-strapped folks to make some of those purchases that are essential.
Sure, it's one thing when it's Coachella tickets, but it's another thing when you hear that people are using it just to get by on their day-to-day life. I want to ask you about the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. It has downgraded its economic growth outlook for the United States both this year and next year. How significant is that move, and what does it mean?
Just kind of start going in the weeds, but I just want to talk about why Americans are using buy now, pay later. If you're using buy now, pay later for anything, what is your reason? Comment that down below. Like, how does this go in your mind to use, to click that Afterpay or whatever that thing says, and it gives you these monthly installments of $20 instead of $200? Why not just drop the $200, get it out the way? Because you're still going to end up paying $200, whether it's over weeks or a month. But I guess it makes sense if you're super cash strapped. To be honest, a lot of the platforms that offer buy now, pay later are for non-essentials. So I mean, we shouldn't be, I don't know, it's just crazy to me. It's crazy using buy now, pay later for clothes, using buy now, pay later for electronics. If you can't afford it, then you shouldn't be getting it. And if you want to buy something, save up for it. Save up for it the old-fashioned way. I mean, buy now, pay later, it's basically like saving up for something, but you're paying it in payments and you already have it. It's all about delayed gratification. Do you need that item right now? Can you wait? Can you save for it? You're not vulnerable to potentially paying fees on an item, potentially paying more than necessary on an item. And it all comes back to discipline. We have to be disciplined with our money. We have to be disciplined when it comes to finances, because you can definitely get lost in the sauce when it comes to buy now, pay later. So let me know what you guys think about this video. I'm not a huge fan of it. I've heard people use it for items and literally said, hey, this item was $300. They said I could pay $20 a month. Heck yeah, I'm gonna pay $20. I'm not gonna drop $300 right now. I got it in my bank account, but I'm not gonna drop that right now. Or maybe they don't have it in a bank account, so they're gonna drop $20. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about buy now, pay later. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.